What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Well, first of all, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm actually filming this on Thanksgiving, not doing these things where people film it before, a couple days or the day before. I'm filming on Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys had a great day. Nice, safe, chilling with your family and stuff, chilling with friends, whatever you do that makes your Thanksgiving special. I hope you did that. And that's one thing that I've noticed, and I put this on my Instagram too, that Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays in general, they mean different things to different people, right? So I think that in general, we have, what we believe, our traditions, etc. for an individual, and what we think in somebody else is something different, we think it's weird. Well, I don't think that's weird. I think you should celebrate all of these holidays, all of your birthdays, whatever it is, exactly how you want to celebrate and what your traditions are, whatever you want to do. I don't think they should be following the Hallmark example and trying to make things like you live in a fucking Lifetime, movie or whatever the case may be. So hopefully you did it your way, you enjoyed it, and you're safe and sound. And I have strayed a little bit, not strayed, but I like to put a lot of other things besides diet, training stuff on this channel. This channel really is a bodybuilding lifestyle channel now, and it does include spirituality and stuff like that I've talked about. But today, Thanksgiving being here, we're coming up with, of course, Christmas and New Year's. More likely Christmas is the one that people actually need help on, not so much Christmas. And most of this is common sense, right? And I realize that, let's fix this fucking camera angle, make that shit square. Sorry about that, guys. So, a lot of this is common sense, and sometimes it just takes a person saying what you already know to kind of reaffirm what you were thinking and say, okay, that's what I should do, or what. Sometimes you don't trust yourself, right? So people need to hear somebody like me say it. Now, other people out there are going to think of what I'm about to say and be like, wow, I never thought of that, because you may be new to this. It may be something that you've been kind of struggling with, and that is how to eat in holidays. If you have a goal, whether it's fat loss, muscle gain, whatever, even just weight gain, if you're super skinny and super thin and lean, you may be going, oh man, the holidays are coming up. I really don't want to throw myself off track. And you have two divided things right now. You have the people that are like, fuck you, I'm hardcore, and I've been that person. And like, you bring your food with you to Thanksgiving because you can't eat what's actually there, and you're so focused and laser focused because you have a show coming up in the beginning of the year. And let's face facts, while other people are enjoying their holidays, you're still on a diet because you have a goal, right? There's those people. And there's the fuck it, I don't care people, and they will literally just eat till they get fucking sick. Like, they don't give a shit. They start eating when they get up in the morning. They don't go to the gym. They don't do any cardio or anything like that. They just go eat and they fucking glutton themselves all day long. There's the two ends of the spectrum. Now me, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm really away from that gluttonous thing. I'm really not, but I'm not dieting. Okay, so let's face facts. I'm not heading out to compete, and I'm also not so off the rails that I'm like, I'm done with this lifestyle. I'm in the middle. I think that moderation is key, and I think that for many people, I think that if you got a show coming up and you want to win that show and your goal is to turn pro and stuff, I think maybe you should stick to the whole, I'm dieting. I think that if you're the type of person that really, really doesn't care, and you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm okay with being 20% body fat, I don't give a shit. You can go on that end of the spectrum. You have people like me that are, I don't want to be super lean, and I don't want to be fat. I want to be athletic and fit and healthy. Like, that's just kind of where I'm at in my life right now, which is a lot different than, many years past. And it's taken me a long time to figure out how to do this, and very instinctively, and that is, I do eat the Thanksgiving food. Like today I had stuffing, turkey, gravy, biscuits, turkey stuffing, baby, and green beans. I like green beans, whatever. And then we had apple pie with Cool Whip, which my family's, or my wife's family, they always have the option of Cool Whip or whipped cream. And I didn't know there was a difference. Okay, so now we know. The Cool Whip's a little bit thicker, a little more calorie dense. The whipped cream is a little bit lighter. I went with the Cool Whip because I like the denseness of it better, whatever. So, that being said, for me to kind of explain what I do may help you, and I think this works really well. I do this with some of my clients that don't have super specific goals in a short period of time. Like, if they're not on a goal where they need to be in shape for a show or photo shoot like in a month, I say, okay, this is what we're going to do, right? We're not going to calculate macros, we do this. So I get up in the morning, the first thing I actually do on a holiday, my gym is 24 hours. So in 7 days a week, 365 days a year, it's always open. So Aaron and I head over to Export Fitness in Fairfax. We hit our cardio in the morning. And sometimes we train, sometimes we don't. Today we got up late, we were running around, so I said, you know what, today's a cardio day. Let's go hit the cardio. We did a half hour of cardio, fasted cardio in the morning like we always do. And I came home and I had my Nutrition Solutions pancakes, which sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't, sometimes I fast. If you don't want to eat in the morning, like some people don't like to eat, don't eat until the meal, until the Thanksgiving meal or Christmas meal. But I had my Nutrition Solutions pancakes, which I do every morning. This week was vanilla wafer, those were badass. They're really good, I'm not going to lie. If you guys don't know what Nutrition Solutions is, it's a food prep company that I've been with for about the last 5 years in Tampa, Florida. And they have a rotating menu every week. It's different food every week, so you never get bored with the food. And they just have some bomb dishes, tacos, pizza. They have some awesome stuff that are very old-fashioned comfort food, but it's done in a healthy way with macros that can help fit your macros. And I've been with them. They're the only food company I've ever been with, the only one I've ever signed with. I'm super happy with them. And I'll be honest with you guys, like I just have had a lot of different meal companies out there, and they're good. They're all good. But the service, they go above and beyond the nutrition solution. So I've kind of, and the owner is actually a friend of mine, and we actually kind of met as friends. I got involved with the company after we became friends, and I do believe in him, and I believe in the company. So that being said, I had my pancakes this morning, and then we went to my wife's parents' house for Thanksgiving. So we wrap up Brady, we put him in his little harness on, put him in the car. We drive about 20 minutes to Manassas, Virginia, and that's where we have our dinner. Now, the way that I like to do this is it's very easy where you don't have to track, and you're not going to go overboard, and you're not going to go over you're not even going to go over your macros, and you don't even have to even track, right? But this for me is a lot more than macros, because if I eat the food that are heavy, dense foods like gravy and sweet potatoes with the sugar and stuff on them, apple pie with all the sugar and if I'm in Cool Whip, these things that are super dense calorie-wise, I get a massive stomach ache if I overeat. And I think that happens to a lot of people. They eat themselves sick, which some people think it's okay, ha ha ha. But look, if you don't want to do that, you can follow what I'm going to tell you to do now. You can have your Thanksgiving meal. You can have it with your family. You can be quote unquote normal for the day, not go over your macros and not get a stomach ache. That's the main keys for me. So what I do is I take the plate, and I don't measure people go like, make this, just try to make this much protein, this much carbs. No, I pile on the mashed potatoes first because I love mashed potatoes. Then I take the turkey, which the turkey came out to be maybe 4 ounces of turkey. It wasn't a whole lot of turkey. I put the turkey on the plate, white meat, which is just what I like to eat. Then I pile the stuffing on as heavy as I can get it on the plate, put the green beans on, and then I pour 2 biscuits. I put on there, I put a little dab of butter in each one, and I poured the gravy all over it. Now, for me, that plate, that's as big as I'm going to go. Okay, I'm not going to try to have things separate plates. People have we have the plate with stuffing next to them. They have the plate they have multiple plates, which I feel like that's overdoing it. It allows you to kind of go over your macros and eat too much without even thinking about it. So what I do is I have that one plate. Now, when I tell people to have a plate, some of those motherfuckers can take a plate and pile up food that high on the fucking plate. Like it literally looks like there's a whole fucking turkey on the plate. That's not how to do it. 3-inch rule is what I go by. I always go in rule of threes for some reason. The 3-inch rule is about that much food max, which means the potatoes will go up that high, the stuffing will go that high, the turkey will go that high. But basically everything about the 3-inch rule, so that you have a plate about 3 inches high, that's one plate, that's all you have. Right? You have that. You're not only just fulfilled because you're drinking, we had decaffeinated iced tea. So you're drinking iced tea, so you're drinking liquids with it, you're filling up. That food, when it hits your stomach, the water goes in the stuffing and stuff, it expands, the potatoes, all the stuff expands in your stomach. You feel nice and full. You have the fats that are in there that are they make you very satiated, they fill you up, you feel good. And then the apple pie comes and you have a slice of apple pie, not a half a pie, like a slice with, they always say, do you want a lot of Cool Whip or a little bit of Cool Whip? And I go, well, it's relative. What do you consider a lot? And Aaron's dad likes to have a lot of Cool Whip, like a lot. I have 3/4 of that. Like I actually say 3/4 of what he has. Have that over. The whole meal, you're looking at maybe tops 2,200 calories for the whole meal. And for me, that's, between that and the pancakes, that's all I really need for the day. Like I'm not hungry afterwards. So if I didn't eat anything afterwards, I'm actually under my macros for the day, and I had Thanksgiving, and I didn't get a stomach ache, and I didn't have to track shit, and I was able to live like a normal person and not lose my fucking mind over every morsel of food that I put in my body. Now, this has taken me probably 30 years to figure out how to do this instinctively and not push myself to try to gain muscle, not restrict my food to try to get leaner, just be a normal person, but have a healthy view on food in general that allows me to not pig out or restrict myself too much, right? And at this point, I think that, for me, balance is key because I'm not trying to go out there. I'm not trying to be huge. I'm not trying to be shredded. I'm trying to be healthy and fit. I always say I want to look like the mannequin from the Under Armour store. Have you ever seen these fucking mannequins? They're phenomenal. They're not looking like bodybuilders. I mean, of course, they're tall and shit, but these guys look fucking phenomenal, these goddamn mannequins. I'm like, whoever the fuck figured out these mannequins had like the perfect physique, that was athletic. So it's kind of more of a streamlined athletic look that I want. But, another thing about Thanksgiving today was 24 years ago today, which is insane to think about, I took my first steroid shot. 24 years ago. And when I think about that day, how different my day was today, like that day I got up, I went to the gym. The gym was closed because back then we didn't have the 24-hour gyms. And my buddy Donnie Souza had the key to the gym, right? So we went over there. He opened the gym. We went to work out. We're doing a great workout in the morning, right? Fuck, we're training. We have the whole gym to ourselves. We're piling weights on shit. We're posing in the mirror in between and stuff. We're doing all the crazy shit. And then after the workout, I took my first steroid shot. He had done it like one cycle before. And then later on that day, I was in the mirror oh, I think it looks bigger. Is it bigger? I think it's big. Yeah, it definitely looks bigger than it did. Like, I was fucking losing my mind. But I think about where I was then and where I was today, sitting at Erin's parents' house watching the football game. Was the Lions versus the Bears. Talking to her dad about how the LL Bean shirts don't fit correctly anymore. The sleeves are too long, and they're cut weird. They fit in the shoulders and stuff, but they're baggy in the waist. They're super long, and not thinking about training, not thinking about bodybuilding, not thinking about my goals. I literally just had a free day today, right, and just enjoying being around, being thankful for being around family. We had Brady with us. We take him over there. He runs all over the house like a fucking maniac. They puppy-proofed the house, and I don't know how the fuck he found it, but he found some kind of fucking teddy bear that was not supposed to be found. And he comes running in the fucking living room with it. And Erin and her mom are in the kitchen talking to me, and her dad are in the living room. And he comes running in with the bear, and he puts it on the ground. He picks it up, and he shakes his fucking head with it. He throws it on the ground. He looks at me, and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? He's not allowed to have stuffed animals because he shreds them. Within minutes, he shreds them apart. And he had chewed the tail on this thing already. So it was like, I'm thinking about like, man, for years past, I'd be sitting there with Tupperware, hungry, miserable. I didn't give a shit about football. I hated fucking football. Unless Pumping Iron was on the TV or something with fucking bodybuilding, I didn't give a fuck. I usually fall asleep at in-laws' house or fucking my ex-girlfriend's parents' house or whatever. I would fall asleep on the couch because I was so depleted and so fucking bored because everybody was doing family shit and all I cared about was my next ounce of muscle or my next fucking ounce of body fat I was going to lose or whatever the case may be. And I was able to just be present, now. And that was super important to me. So, I think that there's definitely a way to balance things out there. And I think that, honestly, I'll be totally honest with you, I think that balance comes with wisdom and maturity. I think when I was younger, I couldn't have balance. And I think that's that way with a lot of younger people, too. A lot of younger people tend to overdo things a lot because you're young, you're feisty, you're full of fucking piss and vinegar. And you don't really think about repercussions or stuff like that. And you just fucking go ham. You know what I mean? I see that right now in a lot of people. And I'm like, that's cool. That's being young. It's just not where I'm at in my life. So, people that are watching this, if you're in that point where you're full of piss and vinegar, good for you. Enjoy that shit because there's going to come a day where you're like, I'm not sure I want to fucking be gorging myself on fucking food and shit like that. And then, the next meal, go right back on your diet, right? So the next meal, go back to chicken and rice. Go back to, if you feel like you overate for the meal, chicken and broccoli. Cut the carbs back a little bit. You know what I mean? Drop the fats a little bit. Don't put if you're having almonds with it, don't have the almonds. Have chicken and broccoli without the almonds and the rice. You know what I mean? Like, make some adjustments if you have to. But like, for me, I've been doing a lot of fasting lately. I don't eat in the mornings. Yesterday, matter of fact, I didn't eat till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which was not by design, but I had so many orders to go out for GIFT Labs that when I woke up in the morning, that I had to put the stuff out for the mail guy to come get it, and I still had to take 2 or 3 more trips. Was it 3 trips yesterday? Back to the post office with my car full of shit to get the stuff out. And I was home packing, putting the stuff in the car, driving it there, coming home, packing, driving, and then next thing you know, I look up at the clock and it was fucking 5 o'clock, and I'm like, shit, I haven't eaten yet. So I wound up eating at 5 o'clock, which was, okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. Fasting is not going to kill you, but things are just different in my head. I'm trying to find balance between life, business, training, wife, dog, parents, parent-in-laws, friends, everything. I'm trying to find balance with that, and I think that when you're trying to find balance, I feel like food should be the least of your fucking worries. Food is not really that important other than just to keep you alive, okay? It's not this big fun thing for me that everybody makes it out to be. Like, it was more important to be there today whether I was having water, chicken and rice, or the Thanksgiving dinner with Erin and the family, and just talk about the things we talked about and have that close, personal, intimate time with everybody that when you really break it down, one day they're not going to be there, right? So it's important to have those things now and not be, focused on other things and not be there physically, but not present, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. So hopefully this guy will help some of you guys for Christmas. That's coming up, that you don't want to overdo it. Hopefully you guys had a great day today. Some of you probably did exactly what I did today. If you did, cool. If not, that's cool too. Bottom line is you got to find what works for you, and you got to do what makes you happy and what works for your overall well-being. And it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. But if you guys were wondering how I did it, that's how I did it. I enjoyed my day, and I'm happy that you guys are out there doing your thing and enjoying your day, hopefully, and you're safe. That's the most important part. Right now is the biggest travel time of the year. There are tons of accidents. We had several really bad, fatal accidents around here in the DMV overnight between last night and tonight on Thanksgiving, which is really sad. So hopefully you guys had a great day. Happy Thanksgiving again. Be safe out there, guys. And tomorrow's a new day, right? And Christmas is coming. Be careful. That holiday season has begun officially with Black Friday tomorrow. And we will be having a Black Friday sale, because that's what you do, on BioStreetTraining.com. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys very much, and happy Thanksgiving. BioStreetTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStreetTraining.com is the blog. It's the I didn't fit too much shit in my diet today bicep, and we are out.